Namaste. My name is AHD Pushpalata, lecturer in botany from Vishaka Government Degree College for Women, Vishakhapatnam. This presentation is on glycolysis. Let us see what is glycolysis. In Greek, glykis means sweet or sugar. Lysis means splitting or breakdown. Here, sugar molecule is broken down into a small molecules. It is also known as EMP pathway because the process was described by Emden, Meyerhoff and Parnas. It is an oxidative process in which one molecule of glucose is partially oxidized into two molecules of pyruvate or pyruvic acid in a series of enzyme catalyzed reactions. It occurs in cytosol of all cells. It is a unique pathway that occurs in both aerobic as well as anaerobic conditions and does not require molecular oxygen. It is a catabolic process because breakdown of molecule occurs in this process and it releases energy which is stored in covalent bonds. It is a stepwise degradation, I said already. The entire process is divided into two phases. The first 5 steps, the whole process consisting of 10 steps. The first 5 steps require energy and this phase is known as preparatory phase or energy investment phase. As this phase requires energy, it is termed as energy investment phase. The second phase, second half of the process, liberates or generates energy. Hence, the phase is described as energy generating phase or payoff phase. Let us see the various reactions involved in the process of glycolysis. The step 1, first reaction is phosphorylation. Glucose is phosphorylated by ATP to form a glucose 6-phosphate. This is an irreversible reaction. It is catalyzed by enzyme hexokinase. Hexokinase is present in all cells of all organisms. Second step, this is the reaction, first reaction, glucose molecule combines with ATP forming glucose 6-phosphate, taking energy from ATP molecule. Hexokinase enzyme, it requires a divalent metal ions like magnesium or Mn+2. Second reaction, that is isomerization. Isomerization of glucose 6-phosphate to fructose 6-phosphate is a conversion of an aldose to ketose form. This reaction is catalyzed by phosphohexose isomerase. Third reaction, that is phosphorylation. Fructose 6-phosphate is phosphorylated by ATP to fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. This is an irreversible reaction which is catalyzed by an allosteric enzyme, that is phosphofructokinase. Phosphofructokinase is the catalyzing enzyme involved in the reaction. Next step, that is fourth step, the reaction is cleavage. Fructose 1,6-bisphosphate is cleaved to produce two 3-carbon molecules, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydroxyacetone phosphate, DHAP in short. This reaction is catalyzed by aldolase enzyme. 6-carbon compound, that is fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, is cleaved into two 3-carbon molecules. One is G3P, that is glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, and second one is DHAP, that is dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Step 5, that is the last step of the first phase, isomerization. Dihydroxyacetone phosphate is isomerized to form glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. The isomerization of these 3-carbon phosphorylated sugars is catalyzed by enzyme triose phosphate isomerase, TIM. It is abbreviated as TIM, triose phosphate isomerase. It catalyzes the isomerization reaction between DHAP and GAP. Coming to the next phase of glycolysis, that is energy generating phase. The first reaction of this phase is an oxidation reaction, that is the step 6 of glycolysis. The two molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate are oxidized. Enzyme glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase catalyzes the conversion of G3P into 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate. The reaction occurs in two steps. First, the oxidation of the aldehyde to a carboxylic acid by NAD+, and second, the joining of the carboxylic acid and orthophosphate to form acyl phosphate product. Next reaction is substrate level phosphorylation. In this step, high energy phosphate group is transferred from 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate to ADP. The formation of ATP is referred to as substrate level phosphorylation because phosphate donor 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate is a substrate with high phosphoryl transfer potential. It can transfer phosphate. This step is catalyzed by enzyme phosphoglycerate kinase. 1 ATP is generated in this process. Next step is shift of phosphoryl group. The remaining phosphate ester linkage in 3-phosphoglycerate, which has a relatively low free energy of hydrolysis, it moves from carbon 3 to carbon 2 to form 2-phosphoglycerate. That is formation of 2-phosphoglycerate from 3-phosphoglycerate. The phosphate group shifts from third carbon to second carbon. This is an intramolecular shift. And the enzyme catalyzing this reaction is phosphoglyceromutase or phosphoglycerate mutase, because it is like mutation, changing. This change is catalyzed by phosphoglycerate mutase. Ninth reaction is dehydration. The removal of water from 2-phosphoglycerate creates a high energy enol phosphate linkage. The enzyme catalyzing this step is enolase. It is inhibited by fluoride. It can be inhibited by fluoride. 2-phosphoglycerate, by liberating water molecule, forms phosphoenol pyruvate in presence of enzyme enolase. The last step of this process is substrate level phosphorylation. Second substrate level phosphorylation reaction. First we have seen in step 7, that is from 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid, that is 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, forming 3-phosphoglycerate. In this process, in this step, the transfer of high energy phosphate group that was generated in step 9 to ADP forms ATP. This last step of glycolysis is the irreversible transfer of phosphoryl group from phosphoenol pyruvate to ADP, which is catalyzed by enzyme pyruvate kinase. Pyruvate kinase requires K plus or magnesium plus 2 ion for its reaction, for its activation. These are the 10 steps involved in the glycolysis process. Let us see overview. Glucose molecule in the first step forms glucose 6-phosphate by taking 1 mole of ATP. Glucose 6-phosphate isomerizes to fructose 6-phosphate. Then again it phosphorylates to fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. In presence of aldolase, this 6-carbon compound fructose 1,6-bisphosphate splits up into, cleaved into 3-carbon compounds, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, dihydroxyacetone phosphate. These are interconvertible. One molecule can be converted into second one in presence of enzyme triose phosphate isomerase. These are the first 5 steps of the phase 1, that is energy requiring phase, energy investment phase. Second half of the process is energy generating phase from step 6 to step 10. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate forms 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate forms 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, and this 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate releases phosphate and produce 3-phosphoglycerate. 3-phosphoglycerate, by shifting phosphate group from 3rd carbon to 2nd carbon, forms 2-phosphoglycerate. By releasing water molecule or by losing water molecule or by undergoing dehydration, form phosphoenol pyruvate. On phosphorylation or by giving phosphate group to ADP, it forms pyruvate. This is the final result of glycolysis. One glucose molecule, which is a 6-carbon molecule, split up into 2 3-carbon molecules. Those are pyruvate molecules. Glycolysis can be regulated at different stages. Hexokinase enzyme, which is inhibited by inhibitor glucose 6-phosphate. And phosphofructokinase is being inhibited by ATP, citrate and PEP and activated by ADP, AMP and fructose 2,6-phosphate. Pyruvate kinase is inhibited by ATP. When there is ATP in the medium, glucose glycolysis reaction at this step 10, is inhibited. And this is the final process, entire process of glycolysis. I hope you all understand the process of glycolysis. Thank you.